They don't know anatomy, so that's scarier.
I am learning too much. I'm being scared. No. This is gonna be good. I'm glad that I finally.
How old are you?
I'm 21. I turned 22 in August.
Okay. And what are you known for?
Right now, mostly social media, but I am in the process of making an album. I sing as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it to come out.
What kind of singing do you do?
I guess we're kind of like a little poppy. Well,
that's cute.
Yeah.
What's your dream?
What's my dream?
Mm-hmm.
That's a very loaded question. I have way too many of them. I think I just want to make an impact, and I think honestly social media is so reachable, you know.
You're smart too. I like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, smart and motivated and
very
ambitious.
Very.
You gotta be more than just a girl who scrolls all day. You
Exactly.
gotta do some things
Yeah,
with
exactly.
your life. Yeah.
If you have a load of followers, you have a load of people that are willing to listen to you.
Totally.
Which means you can make a difference.
Yeah. All of you can have a digital voice. You just have to get up and use it.
Absolutely.
And today we're going to use a really great filler for your lips.
Okay.
This one's called Revenus Lips, and I'm excited to use it for you. And actually, I'm helping them launch this product for the entire United States.
Awesome.
So kind of cool. We'll get to use
Love
it
that.
for your pretty lips.
Hey,
Yeah,
I feel like a little like I'm like getting like a
All
little
star.
sneak peek. Yeah.
You have never had any filler in your lips?
No.
Okay.
None.
Perfect. And do you like a soft, natural look?
Yeah, I do. I just definitely wanted my upper lip like just a little bit more flipped up than it is. I feel like, I mean, whatever you want to do with my lower lip is up to you. But
Okay. How old are you again?
21.
21. All right. Lucky 21. Let's do it. Your lips have been numbed already.
Yeah.
Okay. And for my helper, Lauren, you're going to come in right here. We're going to do a very close-up video of her lips. Super close up because I'm going to teach some injectors too, how we do my injection techniques. And those of you who are watching, ask your questions if you're live. I'll try and incorporate them. Let's put your pretty hair in front.
I can, it's fine.
You can read them fast enough?
Yeah, I can figure it out.
Box and run that.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for Dr. K, I'm sure she'd love to answer all of your questions.
Here, give me that box. But, I
So
know
if you
we
wanna
have
give
to
some
already
comments.
Yeah.
Hi.
Appreciate it.
Was that a horrendous angle of me?
Ask your questions right now while we're setting up.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Is there any
Right?
questions?
Lip filler questions.
Ask all your lip filler questions, guys. I
How many people
love
do we
to
have
see
watching,
them.
and where are we watching from?
We
got
have 374
375
people watching right now.
Hey girls. That's awesome. This is Lauren.
Hi.
Super smart. Just
Hello.
graduated SC Trojan.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, someone said, who's the blonde? She's really pretty. Someone asked, how long does lip filler last?
And how many sessions?
And how many sessions?
Year and a half. It degrades very slowly. It depends on who you are, what the filler is. And typically, so do one and then wait a year or 2 years when, you can add to it when it's completely starting to deflate and go away. I would say avoid the tendency to add because it just, remember your lips are like a tube. They're a tubular structure. The more you add, the more the tube looks like extra overloaded, like an overloaded garden hose. We don't want that look.
That was a really good idea.
Someone said,
Yeah.
someone said if you get it once, do you have to keep getting it, or is it okay to just let it go away?
You can let it go away. It breaks down, it goes away over time. I'm gonna remove our masks since we're both vaccinated.
Vaccinated queens.
It's the end of a long day.
And someone wants to know a little bit about you, how long you've been doing this for, and kind of your journey
close
and
to 20
everything.
years now, so I'm a head and neck surgeon, not just an injector. I'm actually a surgeon, and I do injectables very artistically, and I really enjoy it. I think it's fun to
And I like
help
what you
people.
said earlier about how a lot of people are doing this without actually knowing the anatomy of what they're doing. So I like that you're experienced in all of these different areas. Makes me like way more confident.
Lip filler sounds so simple, and a lot of people show it on their Instagram, but it can have actually bad complications with lumps, nodules, and blockage of arteries and vessels, and all kinds of serious stuff. And
We don't
so
want that.
your injector matters. If you just go for El Cheapo Groupon filler, then that's the lips you're gonna get.
So moral of the story is we go for Dr. K.
Exactly.
I'm like really fully booked, but I would love you guys to definitely try my lip plumper if you can't make it all the way in.
Oh,
But
yeah.
and do your research. Come and see me. I think it really matters the skill and artistry that you put into your face.
Ooh, you're doing
I mean, you do a lot of investigating for your hair, but do you actually think about your Botox and filler and face?
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, the answer is yes. All right, come in close. Did you have my Revenus
I'm looking over here.
I need this needle that comes with it. I don't need a regular first
Good
side.
morning. Sorry, guys. Kendra doesn't know how to walk.
I love that.
Where's the box?
People keep talking about how pretty you are.
Yeah, you just got asked out on a date.
A couple times.
And you're Dr.
And someone goes, the woman in the pink mask is so pretty.
I love all my flirtatious people.
Yeah,
They're
you
always
love
on
energy.
it.
I know.
No,
Look at
I
how
like-
gorgeous these two beautiful ladies are. Like, are we serious?
He's so handsome.
Was it one of these from the box?
Good looking people.
For sure, love it.
Who's
You guys are
recording?
always
I'm recording.
You guys are
Kendra's
always
recording.
so nice.
Hi,
and,
guys.
so I don't know,
We've got
flirtatious is the
430
right
people
word.
watching
Yeah,
your
you're-
injections right now.
Hi.
430.
4:30.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do a little talking video. You know what? Yeah, you can use my phone because this has a better camera. And I am gonna do some explaining a little more detailed than you guys probably want to know. But
That's
listen
totally
in
fine.
and learn, and it's gonna be really good for people who are learning how to use this product. All right, here we go.
3,
Yes.
2.
Hold on. I'm ready.
Inject yourself.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Well,
Sorry. Now we
4, 5, 6.
go. 10. 3, 2, 1.
Today, let's learn about Revenus lips. This product is amazing, and I love it because it comes out really super smooth. The particles are super spherical, and that means they don't generate a lot of swelling. So the manufacturing process makes it really unique. And I'm going to teach you my tips and tricks for doing beautiful lips. You guys all know how to do lips. We're going to do lips that are ultra smooth, subtle, and I'll show you the tip defining points to use and just give you the best results all the time. You ready? Let's do it.
I am.
Come on over. Come on over. Zoom in close. Oh my God, everybody's zooming in.
I'm going to zoom in on the
You guys can't
camera
make
so
me
it's
laugh
not
while I'm
zoomed
doing
in
this,
on.
'cause-
Oh, you won't be laughing. It's okay.
Kendra, don't say that to me.
No, I didn't mean like that. You're just going
Okay,
to
so I'm gonna
not
be
be able to.
kind of doing some explaining here as we go. So step number 1, let's talk about how we analyze the lips. When I first look at lips, it's very important to look at the lip detail, and I'm going to look at where she has some deficiencies. I noticed that she has a rounded Cupid's bow, and I would like to make that a little more sharp and pretty for her. And I'm also noticing that she has a little inferior labial groove in this upper lip here and here. So I want to fill in these two areas most probably. Then I'm going to look for symmetry of the bottom lip. I noticed that her left lower lip is slightly thinner than the right, and this side protrudes a little bit more. That often has to do with the dental arch. Very important to roll the lips outward and look on the inside border, palpate and feel for any vascular anatomy that may be pulsating or irregular in there. So we're looking for vessels, looking for the corner of the mouth, and then I check the teeth, because sometimes the reason that this side of the lip is smaller and caves in is because the teeth are different. The dental arch is super important. Your lips are like a drape. Your teeth are the table. How the tablecloth hangs depends on the table underneath it. So that's why her teeth are different. That's why the lip falls in right here. It's important to recognize that, because we can correct that. So in her case, she has a nice upper lip, but it's definitely thin. And I would say her lower lip is slightly fuller. I'd like this proportionally to come up and outward. And I want to give her some defining points by pulling the philtrum, or this line of the lip, up and out. And I think that'll evert it kind of cute like that. Very pretty.
I wanted to say how interesting that was the entire time, but I couldn't talk. I was actually so like, oh, I love information.
Yes. Well, now we're going to begin, and the Revenus Lips has this amazing needle, 30 gauge, hollow bore, ultra fine, and it's going to make it easy to place very precisely. I like to measure the distance from the apex of the Cupid's bow, and that's where we'll be coming in with our needle. We stay on the inside border of the vermilion, trying to not violate the white line. So that's going to give me the ability to create a really nice Cupid's bow. Now a retrograde linear thread as we exit, and I'm staying in a submucosal plane. This product is FDA approved for submucosal lip implantation. So that's what we're doing. I do like to aspirate by pulling on the plunger and making sure we're not in a blood vessel, and then retrograde linear injection strands. As I do this technique, I'm making sure to pinch the lip carefully and maintain where the filler is going. we have to be fluid dynamic filler experts, and when I pinch and hold, I can direct the position of the flow of the filler just like that. So it's a very precise thing, and it's important to be in control of where the gels go. Same thing with the opposite Cupid's bow. Let's make that really sharp, precise point in a little small bolus of 0.5 cc's there, and then we'll withdraw just like that. And then whenever we encounter some little oozing or bleeding, we're going to pinch that. If we want to avoid bruising, we close the vessel. And the best way to do that is pinching it digitally. If you pinch it closed for 2 or 3 minutes, you'll be able to avoid a bruise. So you got to get skilled in using both hands when you do lip injections. That's very important. One hand to guide, pinch, and direct the flow. One hand to pinch any bleeding vessels. And you know, if you're filming, you want to use one hand to hide blood so it doesn't look too messy there. Let's go back in with the needle. And I'm doing an aspiration technique here, aspirating and injecting retrograde linear threads again, all the way out. One of the most important areas to treat for the lip is all the way down to the oral commissure. And when we don't treat that, lips tend to look truncated and pushed in and like little rosebuds. Well, we want to have a full bloom of this pretty lip. So I like to make sure we treat all the way to the corner of the mouth. Open lightly here. Open, let your mouth drop open. Always lips should be injected with a slightly open lip position. And I like to place a small bolus of filler right at the oral commissure where it's almost visible. That allows a little buttress of support for the upper lip and the bottom lip to touch without inverting and hiding in here and enveloping in on itself. So that's super duper important. Let's zoom in even a little closer with the camera, and then I'll show you that technique right here. So we'll put a small bolus of filler right there in the corner of the mouth pocket, and even a little vertical buttress of support. So this is probably like so much more detail than you guys need to know, but look at how that made that lip come outward lengthwise. I like that effect. Now I'm going to come back to the philtrum, which is up here, and grasp it firmly. Decide where you want the apex of the Cupid's bow to be. Remember that your philtrum always needs to angle in diagonally. Let's aspirate and let's inject on retrograde. Here you go. And let's leave a small extra bolus of 0.05 there. So I put quite a bit of filler there. That's sensitive.
Sorry. No, you're okay.
We're going to do the same thing here, but we can see that nice defining point, and you can see how it's pulled the lip up a little bit more on this side. Same thing here with the philtrum. I almost always will do a philtral injection, and I'm making this into a little pizza wedge shape. We don't want the philtral lines to be parallel. They need to be diagonal so that they come in nicely towards the columella there. Last step on the upper lip, let's fix that little volume deficiency here that we noticed earlier where these two little areas dip in. She has a naturally full central tubercle of the lip, and embryologically that is what grows in the embryo with another 2 tubercles here. When we emphasize that, we are going to have the most natural looking lips. This lower border of the lip has a high tendency to bruise, so I'm going to go just very gentle and adding just a couple droplets to stop that inversion of the lip right there. Some people have a preference for the lip shape they want, and you should ask them, but when people ask to fill the lower border of the lip because they like that outer, they like fullness in here, just be careful and remember you'll be camouflaging and hiding the teeth the more we fill there. So I'm always cautious to fill very little on this lower border of the lip. So we've done about half of the syringe there, and look at that, looks quite natural. The top lip is now in much better proportion to the lower lip. So now we're going to come over to the bottom lip, and let's do some, again, retrograde linear threads. With this lip, remember the anatomy here. The anatomy is very important, and I'm reminding everybody that the facial artery crosses here, and the pregel sulcus comes up, and we get a labiomental branch. We also get a modiolar branch. We also get a division into the inferior labial artery, which dives into the lip here between the mucosa and the orbicularis musculature, and then a superior labial branch. So there's all this complex anatomy going on. The best way to avoid injuring your arteries is to be in a plane where you're going to be far away from that. And if your needle is plunged in deeply past the musculature of the orbicularis oris, you're going to be at risk. If your needle is too superficial, you're going to be at risk of lumps and bumps. And one of the worst things I see with other injectors when they come in sometimes is mucosal lumps of filler. So if your injector has pushed the needle all the way through to the back of the lip and you're getting mucosal lumps in here, that really means they've entered through and through danger zones and really are inexperienced injectors. And it's okay to be inexperienced, but it's not okay to be ignorant. We have to educate ourselves thoroughly on the best technique. So for our purposes, the best technique to stay out of trouble: aspirate, number one. Number two, be in a submucosal plane, be 1 to 2, let's say be 2 to 3 millimeters away from the border of the lip. And remember to use your needle in a moving fashion, small conservative amounts of filler, and just kind of be aware of your lip anatomy. That is going to give such a pretty result. I would like to give her some defining points on the bottom lip, where I see that she has 2 natural pillows. 1 pillow, 2 pillows, 2 natural little tubercles here. That's where embryologically those are formed. And if you're going to add pillows to the lip, remember you need to be in a plane that's just below that top layer of the outer mucosa of the lip, outer lining of the lip. 1, 2, 3, little pinch. And I'm going to deliver a bolus of about 0.1 cc's to give 2 natural little pillows. And don't forget, we need to give a little extra on this side to correct where she has a volume deficiency. So all these things are running through my head as I'm injecting. And then again, we're trying to have speed, efficiency, the minimum number of needle sticks to get this job done, because that's what gives the best results: the least swelling, the least bruising, the fewest number of needle sticks. And I think the best lip injections are the slowest techniques. When I inject the lip extremely slowly and just let the gel percolate very naturally, that's when you get the best results. I think that looks awesome. We are going to allow always a small amount of filler left over to touch up wherever the patient sees any last minute concerns. So I like to reserve that little amount. Let's show her how pretty her lips look. And
I'm so excited.
you're
It looks so
excited.
good.
Are
I'm
you
so
so
excited.
nervous? Let's see how gorgeous. So ravenous versa.
Oh,
Let's
I
see.
didn't even know you were hearing that thing.
Yes, I'm going to do a
What
little
did you
touch of massage. Let's show you how pretty these lips look. The Ravenous lips is ultra smooth. It looks like just a hydrated, pretty look. It doesn't look like sausagey.
Okay, shut up. Those look so good. That's like exactly what I wanted.
So juicy and good, right?
I could like hug you right now. Thank you so much.
They're
You're so pretty.
Nice and natural. First time lips.
Yes.
I think this filler, Ravenous Lips, is actually ideal for someone who's young, who wants to look refreshed, hydrated, not overly
Love
done.
them.
This goes in super smooth. As an injector, the product itself is very easy to work with, and I think that looks subtle. People think you're born with it.
I know exactly. They don't look done, but they do, but they don't. If that makes sense. Like I don't know how to explain that in words. Like they look so good, so natural.
Do you want to say bye to the live?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that. But
Just so
thank
you
you
can
guys
say
for watching
bye.
me get poked in the face, and everyone say thank
Thanks
you
for
to
all the
Dr.
teaching.
K.
I feel like you became little mini
No,
injectors.
literally, like that is so. That was amazing.